him in. Round the wicket to Warner, who cuts him this time and gets him through the cordon for 4 more, and that'll be his half-century as well. Just 41 deliveries to raise the bat for the first time this summer, David Warner. His farewell tour begins, I should say, on a very nice note. Number 74, 3 fours in the over, doing as he pleases, Clem.
Yeah, his farewell tour sponsored by the Pakistan bowlers. Thank you very much. And he's hitting them everywhere. He's played a pull shot, played a lovely cover drive, and then like a late cut. Happy days. And you're right about he's up. His footwork's good. That collapsing back leg's not there. He's standing up taller now.
2 slips in a gully and a leg slip. He gets down low, hooks it over the top of everybody, and 20 rows back into the stands. He was almost on his knees when he played that hook shot. Reminiscent of some of the shots he played in the World Cup. That was something else.
So we've got the 2 gullies back for Warner on 98. Jamal round the wicket to him, and Warner, short ball down towards deep third, gets himself a boundary. David Warner leaps with glee. He's turned the clock back. Maybe not the innings with the highest degree of difficulty, but it's contained plenty of his trademarks: aggression, pressure, creativity. And what a brilliant way to start his final lap around the country. Gave the helmet a kiss, all the theatrics we're conditioned to. His 26th Test ton, 20th in Australia, 6th against Pakistan, and his 4th here in Perth. David Warner, 102 not out. Simon Kadichi, love that.
He certainly did, and rightfully so. He wasn't guaranteed by this George Bailey, the chairman of selectors, to get to Sydney, but I think he's just basically penned himself in with this knock here today. Magnificent 100 off only 125 balls. That's the thing about it. He's got Australia off to a rocking start here, and he's not done with yet.
Selman here comes in again to bowl to Warner. Uses his feet, puts it in there. Oh, he's going to be out here. Oh. He's not out. It's gone straight through the fingers and out to the rope for 4. That was amazing. It's gone straight down long on's throat, and then it wasn't taken, and it's gone to the rope for 4.
Who is it?
Remarkable. That's just been chipped straight to long on. Oh. He came forward, he then went back, and unfortunately for Shazad on debut, he's made an absolute meal of it and dropped David Warner on 104.
Shazad's not getting a game for Freo or the Eagles. You got to mark those.
Selman again bowls to Warner. That should have been a Macca's catch of the summer. The McRib and McRib Deluxe are now at Macca's. If it was one of those deluxe McRib burgers, it would have been all over his face if it had been thrown to him. Oh, dear.
That was below test class.
Warner uses his feet this time, plays up to Shazad along the ground.
Yay!
I think he's just totally numb up there at mid-on. He can't believe what happened.
Shazad bowls, 2 slips. Smith is edging and he's taken. There it is, his first Test wicket, Shazad. And it's a beauty. A lovely delivery to Stephen Smith. Had to play it down that line. He's caught behind for 31. Sarfraz, the former captain, diving in front of third slip. Make that first slip, I should say, but it's the third wicket. 3 for 238 becomes the score. And a day of hard work gets a big breakthrough early in this final session, Damien Fleming.
Yeah, but he's deserved that, hasn't he? He's had play and misses. He's had half LB shouts. Shazad got fuller as the day on, and then eventually bowls into Snick Street, and Stephen Smith just playing down. It was that wide sort of corridor that worried him, didn't he? He played and missed at a couple of those, but the only reason you get the outside edge and not a play and a miss was he was full, and he was in that 5 to 6 metre mark. And you talked about it earlier. Imagine that, your first Test wicket, Stephen Smith, and it has happened. And congratulations to the young fella.
With Warner on strike and taking it out to deep point to get the chance to celebrate once again, albeit far more modestly here, just removing the lid to wave the bat in our general direction again. But what this has been all about today is David Warner getting the chance to make the absolute most of this opportunity. He signalled his jump-off date all the way back in June. Not many players have the sorts of careers where they get the chance to do that, to signal their departure so early. And having got the chance to play this summer, he's made the most of it so far. 150 not out, David Warner. Cat, it's as though it was foretold.
Yeah, and I think it highlights just how confident David Warner is in his own ability, and particularly here in these Australian conditions, which he has dominated throughout his career. His average here in Australia speaks for itself. The man coming to the crease is getting a fantastic ovation from his home crowd. Mitch Marsh, the Bison, enters the fray, and the crowd's gone up a level now. I'll tell you who's excited to see this man arrive at the crease. Jared. I said before at a lunchtime function that there's, even his old man, Swampy Marsh, there's no one happier to see Mitch Marsh back in the team than Jared Waitley. Not even his dad.
As Jamal approaches again, and that is a great way to get off the mark, Mitchell Marsh. Through the covers on the rise and out to the rope for 4. That's what the crowd has come to see. Jamal bowls, it is short, and Warner goes again. This one could be caught. Fielder going back, takes the catch. David Warner is out for 164, so the short ball does work. And finally, after giving quite a few chances through the day, David Warner's luck runs out on 164, with Jamal taking a second wicket, and David Warner has to go.
Gee, I didn't see that type of dismissal. 6 bounces, 4 misses, 1 6, and one that Dave didn't get onto. Caught it backward, square leg there. What a majestic 100 for Dave Warner.
Ashraf bowls. Marsh drives through the covers, along the ground and out to the rope for 4 more.
Shot.
3 boundaries in the over for Mitch Marsh. He is scooting along. He's up to 44 at the end of the over. Over the wicket to bowl to Marsh. Gets close to the stumps. Marsh hooks it away into a gap. Out to the rope for 4, and there's 50. $50 runs to Mitch Marsh on his home turf, and don't the fans love it? The reception when he walked to the crease sent shivers down your spine. You just wanted to be him walking out to bat. You absolutely want to be Mitch Marsh now. 53 and absolutely flying.
Yeah, his dad Jeff's here, brother Sean. They'll be enjoying this, but yeah, the hometown hero has not disappointed today. It's been exhilarating batting.
Jamal again. Bowls to Carey. He's bowled him! Straight through Alex Carey. And on the last ball of the first hour, Jamal gets his 3rd wicket.
Wow.
Pakistan's first of day 2. And the off bail has gone flying into the air. And Alex Carey is walking off for 34. Australia now 6 for 411.
Oh, that's a peach. This is Jamal's coming around the wicket, angling the ball in. It's hit the seam and just moved away a fraction and clipped off stump. You might not see a better ball this summer. Jamal picks up his 3rd, a big one, Alex Carey.
As the middle session starts, bowling here, Jamal knocks him over first ball. Shazad, brilliant. What an anticlimax. Mitchell Marsh, first ball of the session, has had his middle stump bent back. Karim Shazad into the attack, into the book for a second time, 8 for 476. And when all of the expectation heading into the middle stanza was Mitchell Marsh receiving all the celebration that you'd expect for a test ton on his home ground, well, he's not going to be doing that. Middle stump bent back. Pete Lawler.
Well, there's only one thing better than top of off, and that's top of middle. Didn't go flying because it's probably pinned in there by all those electronic devices. Lovely delivery. I think Pat Cummins would have loved Mitch Marsh to have got 100, but Pat Cummins' eyes will light up at the look of this pitch. And frankly, I'm a little bit nervous about how Pakistan are going to fare against Australia's bowlers, who will hit that line and length way more often, at greater speed and with greater skill.
Bowls here, line edged and taken as well. Amir Jamal has a 6-wicket bag on Test debut, and he's finished Australia off in a hurry here. They're all out for 487. So they only added 11 runs after lunch, losing Marsh, then Cummins, then Lyon. Caught by Salman for 5. Hazelwood, the not-out man, on 4. And Amir Jamal, as I welcome Damien Fleming, our change of commentary for Bundaberg Ginger Beer, and Pakistan celebrate another wicket thanks to Tobin Brothers Funeral, celebrating lives. He can be very proud of his work today. A couple of wickets before lunch, a couple of wickets after.
Yeah, I think I picked this in the pre-match. I said this Jamal bowls Jaffers. Put him down for 6. I wasn't... After his first spell, I wasn't predicting 6 for him, but he stuck at it. It was probably that bounce-a-thon to Warner that really got him back into the game. But it's an interesting bowler. He bowls a bit of licorice all sorts, but his best deliveries, that one that knocked over Carey, that might be the ball of the summer when we're reflecting on it after the West Indies tests at the SCG.
Lyon bowls round a wicket. The leg slipper goes. Brilliant bowling, Nathan Lyon. He's been working on that angle to Abdullah Shafiq down the track. That's why David Warner was there, and Nathan Lyon collects Test wicket 497. And Shafiq, who occupied the crease for 121 deliveries for his 42, is now walking off beneath us at the pavilion end. Flicked it straight into the hands of Warner, who's wearing the baggy cap on top of his wide-brimmed hat. They're going to take a drink as well, Ian Smith, but Nathan Lyon's worked to a plan. He does that so often.
Brilliantly bowled. I mean, he did charge him on 2 or 3 occasions. Shafiq, who played damn well, to be honest. He had luck. You need luck against a great attack. He had luck, but he did play well on occasions, played some good shots. But that was a brilliant plan, which unfolded, as Australia so often do. Davey Warner, we talked about the fact they just increased the pressure around the right-hander by putting that extra player in at leg slip. Well, leg slip gets the money. And, so Australia are buoyed by that. And now all of a sudden, because they have restricted Pakistan to the extent they have, Australia back in the driver's seat.
Stark bowls and Masood plays and misses, or does he? Or does he? The Australians are up. They're appealing. Not out, says the umpire.
Obvious.
But is there going to be a review? There is.
Very much.
A review late in the day for Imar. Call 1-3 Imar.
TV umpire to director.
Sounded like
have a player review for caught behind.
Mitchell
the on-field
Marsh was up
decision
and
is
up.
not
I've
out.
seen him
Check
so
the placement
animated.
of the feet, and it's a fair delivery. Front on spin vision, please.
The Australians are excited. We now have a look at the video replay. Ooh, it's
Ball
close.
is to the bat. Can we have a look at hotspot on the offside, please?
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't hit the ground. His bat's a long way from his pads.
Okay, yeah. Snicker, fine, thank you.
Here we go. This is going to tell the story. There is a
Back,
spike.
please. Just have the ball next to the bat, please. Yeah,
There
okay,
is a
we've got clear
spike.
spike on Snicker.
It's not
So,
good
Richard,
news for the
recommend you change your
Pakistani
decision
captain.
From not out to out.
He's
I'll let you
seen
know
it.
On screen.
He's seen it on the big
signal.
screen. He's walking off. Pakistan loses a second wicket. Shah Masood out for 30. Caught Carey, bowled Stark, and Australia do get that late wicket.
2 slips and the gully there too for it. Marsh bowls. Fuller and caught behind.
Yeah.
Mitchell Marsh loves it. The hometown boy gets the most important player in the Pakistan list. Babar Azam caught behind. Alex Carey away to his right. He's gone for 21. Pakistan lose their 4th wicket with a score on 181. That is fantastic bowling, getting the old ball just to nibble away a little bit, Flam.
That's the exact delivery I was talking about. The only difference was it was a slightly wider ball. So not only was he had to adjust to a little bit shorter, a little bit quicker, it was also the line was probably 4th or 5th stump. What a bonus from your number 6 batter to be able to get the most dangerous batsman in the opposition, one of the best batsmen in the world. And that's the danger side for Mitchell Marsh, because his stock ball is a quick, bouncy outswinger, and he'll get anyone else out in the world. And he's got a big one right here for the Aussies.
And again, Imam uses his feet stumps. Gone. Lyon gets another one. 2 for him. 498 for his career. Imam went down the wicket, got himself into an awful position, and Alex Carey did the rest. And the marathon stay at the crease ends with Imam Al-Haq out for 62. 15 minutes short of lunch.
Oof, what a brain fade from Imam Al-Haq. Beautiful piece of bowling from Nathan Lyon. Beat him in the air. Imam does like using his feet to the spinners. Jumped up and a nothing shot.
2 slips to gully. Cummins wider on the crease, bowls, and he pulls. Not far to square leg, and he's caught. Oh, that's a great catch from Usman Khawaja. It didn't travel quickly. High on the bat, he went back to pull. But he had so much ground to make up before committing to the dive. Always harder going forward, Simon Kadich. That's the end of Fahim Ashraf straight after drinks. He's gone for 9 at 7 for 200. Make that 8 for 241. We see a replay here. So Khawaja was caught on his heels, got the dive in, both legs in the air, reminiscent of the catch he took at indoor earlier this year. And Australia had the chance to finish this a bit more quickly than we thought, Kat.
Yeah, it was a brilliant catch, but also brilliant tactics. They brought the extra fielder across. Pat Cummins got the line right from around the wicket to cramp Fahim Ashraf. They kept the deep square leg out there, but they put a catcher in at square leg, and that was brought about by a previous over to Mitch Marsh and Josh Hazlewood in the over before that, where Ashraf had taken the ball on, a short ball on, and just clothed it out to square leg. So they brought the extra fielder over, and it's paid dividends, and he got it in at the right line. It was in at his right shoulder, which means he can't free his hands to play the shot as strongly as he wanted.
So Warner was something to think about. 2 left in the over, no runs in the second innings. He plays it out towards square leg, off the splice of the bat, and he's caught. David Warner gone for a duck. Shazad gets the breakthrough. Fahim takes the catch. Australia lose a wicket before scoring in the second innings, and it's David Warner who's gone back to pull. Both feet in the air, no control off the stroke, and it's gone ballooning in the air and running back with the flight. My apologies, not Fahim. It was Imam Al-Haq who took the chance, and well, Pakistan might just think if they get busy themselves here in the final session, they could open up a path to victory. Who's to know?
Yeah, I wonder if David Warner picked the wrong lens to go for that pull shot. Rarely do you see him getting rushed while he's playing that shot of someone bowling at Khurram Shahzad's pace. But he was rushed. It got big on him. A deserved wicket for Shahzad, the debutant, who bowled with a lot of heart in the first innings. Beat the bat a lot. Had to wait a long time to get his first wicket. He struck early here. And well, the story of David Warner's career. Big score, the first innings. Made the impact when it mattered. And when the game was set up for a David Warner special, we just finished talking about it. He's got out without scoring.
Afridi in bowls here. It's full and driven past the bowler's boots for 4.
Wow.
Great timing from Travis Head. What a way to get moving. His first shot is a boundary. Australia up to 3 for 92. Our boundaries for Azito all day, every day.
I like this, Travis Head. Yes, it's a half volley, but he was ready for it. And just that plane of the bat going through the ball. Beautiful timing. Good for the confidence too for Travis Head. He likes to get off to a flyer, and a boundary early on's a bonus.
Jamal on his way to bowl to Marsh, who gets a short one. He hooks it away, and he hooks it a long way. That's gone for 6. Through backward square leg. I'm not sure how he hits that for 6 from that position. That was only thigh pad high. And he has lifted it, going low to high, purposefully hitting it in the air, over the rope to the longest boundary there is.
And that is one of the challenges of bowling in Australia. You have the imposing figure of Mitchell Marsh doing that to you. Can't be easy to lift yourself up and come charging in again.
He bowls here to Marsh, who advances and has been dropped at mid-off. Simple catch to Masood. And he's put it down. It was, in fairness, hit very hard. But they just need to be taken. And it wasn't.
Well, Fahim's day and test could have improved. It could have improved courtesy of a skipper who's put down a dolly, really. That is a simple catch at any level. but at test level, I don't think fielding is one of his strengths.
Someone again bowls. Khawaja edging past slip down to the rope for 4, and there's 50. It's been a battle for Aussie, but he does get to half a century. Off 151 balls, he tried to flay that through the offside. Thick outside edge, past Bubba Azam at first slip, missing to the left. He was never a chance to catch it. Down to the rope.
A bruising 50. Valuable bruising 50.
3 slips in a gully. Stark bowls, edge gone! First wicket, simple as that in the first over. Abdullah Shafiq caught on the crease, the angle across the right-hander, feathering it through to Carey. Pakistan 1 for 2. In he comes. Ashraf hit on the pad, an appeal. The umpire looks, he says no. Lyon pleading on his knee, pleading. They are again going upstairs.
Okay, this is close. Between the bat and the ball. Can we just confirm with hotspot on the leg side, please?
Definitely no inside edge.
That looks very out to me.
Yeah, no hotspot. Confirm as well with RTS, please.
Okay, here we go.
Out.
Has he got 500 test wickets? He does!
So I recommend to reverse.
12 and a half years after his first test wicket of Kumar Sangakkara, Nathan Lyon joined Shane Warne and Glenn McGrath as Australian test cricketers with 500 test wickets. And they all hug Nathan Lyon in the middle of Optus Stadium in Perth. He becomes a history maker. He joins the absolute elite of Australian bowlers in test cricket history. 500 test wickets, the 3rd Australian, the 8th overall.
Well done, the GOAT. You are a legend. In elite company with Warne and McGrath, and to do it in home conditions here in Australia, where he's been so dominant in Perth, at Perth Stadium over the last 3 or 4 tests he's played here. What an achievement. Thoroughly deserved. Brilliant, brilliant effort.
What a great Australian story, Nathan Lyon. And where he comes from, everything he's gone through in his life. Cricket was his life. Grew up with his brother in a little town of Young. All he wanted to do was play cricket for Australia. And look what he's achieved. A finger spinner to do what he's done in these conditions and what he's been able to do around the world. He's a once-in-a-generation bowler. One of the greatest to ever play the sport.
Hazelwood bowls to the number 11, edging and caught it first slip. Game over, job done. Pakistan, well, they've been obliterated on this 4th afternoon. They've been castled in just 30.2 overs, all out for 89. Hazelwood picking up 2 wickets in 2 balls to finish the job. And Australia win by 359 runs, Simon Kadich, a very heavy margin. And it reflects the fact that they set the game up on day 1 with bulk runs, and their bowlers are just too good.
Yeah, a very comprehensive victory and a very well-deserved victory for Australia. A dominant performance right from the word go. It started on day 1. Runs from the engine room. David Warner, a massive 164 on this wicket. When it was doing enough, Pakistan will rue their bowling effort on day 1. They missed the mark with their lines and lengths. And in the end, they pay the price with this wicket cracking up and exposing an inexperienced batting lineup in these conditions. And they've been ruthlessly exposed by this Australian attack. All of them have contributed. A very, very good team effort from Australia. And they go 1-0 up